What's going on, family? What's going on? What's going down? What's shaking? Welcome to another episode of Super Black Comic Book Reviews by Jonathan Soul. Now, I got a groovy book that I kind of teased on Twitter a while ago. It's from a wonderful, talented, beautiful sister named Micheline Hess out of the NYC. You can check out her artwork over at Mishmash Arts. And what she's done is, I got a couple of her books. These I bought twice. This is my second time buying them. First batch I sent to my cousin's kids, obviously. Second batch is from my collection. This is a collection of stories around Malice in Ovenland. Story and art by Micheline Hess. Da, 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 da. Now, everybody is on quarantine. Okay, everybody's on quarantine. I know none of us like it and everything like that, but you know, we have an opportunity to spend time with the children. Now, we could do the normal thing. They go to their room with their smartphones or their game consoles. You know, we go to our spot with the TV or our smartphones or game consoles. And so with the younger kids particularly, it's an opportunity missed to spend some quality, what I call lap time with the children. Now, it takes a lot of patience and discipline to sit down with your kids and just read something to them that, you know, you may not particularly be interested in, but they need that. If they don't get it, their self-esteem going to be fucked up along the line. I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen. When you sit down and spend time with a child and particularly listen to what they have to say, don't judge it. Don't qualify it necessarily. Just, you know, you can judge it and everything later. You can correct them later. Just listen. That kind of, to use a technical term, that empties their browser cache, right? And then they can listen to what you got to say. And hopefully you can say, hey, why don't we read a book together? You know what I mean? So we got a little beautiful black girl named Lily Brown. And she's under quarantine. So I'm just playing. She's not under quarantine. But her mom has sent her a list of chores to do. All right, list of chores. And, you know, some type of way she pops up, she ends up in this other world kind of thing. So anyway, I love it when books have the map of the world and stuff. That's just so groovy. All right, so let's see here. Lily Brown is a character I've been developing for quite some time. She's brilliant, curious, energetic young girl from Queens, New York, who lives with her mom and loves reading and writing stories. So this is the, you know, this little baby here. So what happens? So let's see. She wakes up and skip. All right, then so boom. So her and her mom wakes up. It's hot in the summertime, so forth like that. They go shopping or whatever, and she has to go visit somebody. So mom leaves a note. Lily, I need to stay with Auntie Jean, this weekend to help out with the new baby. I have some chores. Have these chores done by the time I get back on Sunday, or else. Dun, 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 says mom. So, now see what I just did? Do that to your babies. You say, why are you reading it to us like that? I had kids, man, so I had a flashback. Do that to your babies. I swear to God, that's more entertaining to the middle school on down to the babies. More interested in any video game they play, any Marvel movie, any YouTube bullshit, anything. You know what I mean? Read to the babies, do the voices. I swear to God, it'll be a tremendous bonding experience for them. See, the thing about reading is it isn't about the story, it's about the time. The kid on the subconscious level and says, oh, snap, because they're young, they don't cuss. They say, oh, snap, my mom is sitting down spending time with me. And I'm not in trouble or anything. Oh, snap, my dad is sitting down spending time with me. He ain't lecturing me. He ain't telling me what I did wrong. He's just sitting down reading to me a story. I must be somebody. That's what goes on in the kid's subconscious. I'm telling you, that's what goes on. And so you kind of keep pushing them into a better direction as they go further down in life. This is just, you know, it's, I don't know how to say it, but it's, you know how like it it's like if you have you ever shot an arrow or hit a ping pong ball? Oh, you know, it's perfect. Ping pong. Everybody's played table tennis at least once, right? Let's pretend it's a ping pong ball. Hold on for a second. Pretend it's a ping pong ball, right? You say this is the strangest comic book review I've ever seen. This is a ping pong ball, right? So when you hit it, you know, boing, boing. If you know what you're doing, when I was a kid, I used to love playing table tennis. And then we would we put called English on it, right? So you have the paddle. I don't know how many of y'all held the paddle by the handle, and then how many of y'all held the paddle with the handle like up here, and your fingers is on. You know what I mean? Where the paddle is, the handle's pointing up. You follow me? People know what I'm talking about. So then you would just touch it, just whoop, just a little bit of whoop, and then you can control where just a little bit of whoop, and then that little touch had a tremendous effect on where the ball went. You could kind of control where it went. It looked like it's going straight, but it would curve a little bit and hit just the corner of the table. It would just go bing and just drop boom immediately. When you spend time with your baby, it's like you tapping their soul with a little English on it, just boop, and you kind of point them in the right direction. Because let's be honest, a lot of the children, when I say children, I'm talking about teenagers at this point. A lot of these teenagers is doing stuff, acting out because they want what? Attention. Attention that they didn't get when they was babies. When you give a child attention, it tells them that they're worth a damn. It tells them that their life is meaningful. It tells them that they're important. It tells them that it demonstrates that you really love them. Because a stranger could buy them toys. But one of the things that we're really selfish with, you know, men, women, we kind of selfish with our time and attention. So when you sit down and read these books, you telling the kid, I don't want my language. I gotta keep my language. I messes with you. I love you, dang nabbit. I straight love you, kid. All right, okay. Sorry, man. The preacher, I can't turn it up. But anyway, so that's what I want you guys to do. All right, so my kids are grown, right? So I don't buy them for them. I buy them for my cousin's kids who's like 10 years younger than me. So their kids are elementary school still. So I buy them for them. I still got the voicemail that he sent me months ago. And you know, I sent this to them. Was it these? You know what it was? It was these, and no, it was the Tuskegee Airs, and it was in a little plastic bag or whatever, and they thought it was so fancy. I was like, oh, should we open it? It was the cutest thing. So all right, so I'm getting, what time is it? Like, it's 8 minutes. Well, that's just me, y'all. If you don't like somebody, you know, vamping about family and shit, this ain't the channel for you. You know what I mean? So anyway, so I know you guys stick with me. You know how I'll be doing. So anyway, so this is $20, y'all. $20 for all of this. And where's the card? Hold on a second. Oh man, I don't know where I put it. But she draws like a little card. So let me get into it. So, all right, then I'm gonna try not to preach. All right. So anyway, so basically, the little girl gets chores that she has to do. She has to clean the oven, and then she falls down the oven. So we get the Malice in Wonderland, right? She falls down the oven, and then she slides down into this stuff, and then she's caught by these lizard type creatures, and then that's where the adventure begins. Obviously, the artwork is gorgeous. It's a cute story. You can see, you know, from here that it's something that you're going to be occupied with for a minute. I always feel like the girl grows up a little bit. In 100 pages, she probably does. So for $20, now usually this book by itself would be $20. Trust me, I got a lot of books on my shelf. These are usually $20 or $30. Okay? No, Micheline is giving us recession prices. All right? So then you get the coloring book. This is obviously for the babies. Right? Isn't that cute? Look at that. You get the coloring book. I still remember the first time I ever colored in the lines. Man, I was so proud. I was so proud. And then you get this reader. So it's another, you know, comic kind of thing that you get for $20, fam. And she's still mailing out books. I ordered these a couple weeks ago. Couple weeks, right? Yeah, a couple weeks ago. She's still mailing out books. God bless her. So, what am I telling you to do? Go to Micheline site and buy the books. If you don't buy them for yourself because you don't have kids, buy them for your cousin, your boy, you know what I mean? You know, buy them for some children in your family so they can get off the shade, fade room or whatever and all that kind of shit that fucks up their brain, and let them get into something that's meaningful. Let them see themselves as a little adventurer, you know what I mean? Kind of thing, and it'll be beautiful. All right, that's it. Love you guys. John the Soul, johnthesoul.com. Follow me on Twitter. I post little 60-second reviews and clips from my interviews. I do a lot of interviews of artists. The difference with my show and other, I guess you could call it black nerd culture type thing, I guess. But I'm very specific. I only talk about the art and the artist. That's it. I don't talk about no other part of it. So it's almost like a literature thing, really, / me preaching, you know what I mean, when, you know, overcome. So that's what it is. So if you want to know about some of the people creating the art, then you go to my podcast, okay? That's johnthesoul.com. Now, johnthesoul.com, and I try to keep the site updated. That's where I post everything. I post these videos, my comic book reviews, and then I post the podcast, the audio. Like I'm trying to get Micheline on. She already told me, yeah, but she's busy. She's been freelancing and stuff. So that's where you hear about the artist. Now, when I talk to him, what do you think I talk about? You could probably guess what Jonathan's going to start talking about the book, and then he's going to go on a fucking tangent. So that's what I do. Talk about the book, and then I go off on this tangent. I can't help it, y'all. It's not my fault. So you know, we talk about life. The last interview I did at the time of this recording, I talked to the sister who did the illustrations for Niobe, She Is Life. Okay, hold on for a second. Niobe, She Is Life. Her name is Ashley Woods. Beautiful young lady out in Chicago. And, you know, of course, we talked about illustrating the book. She's done work from Marvel, DC, Dark Horse Image. But, you know, I want to know how the young lady's doing it underneath this quarantine vibration. I care about her as a person. So I asked about the quarantine, how you dealing with the how's business? How has this affected your business? Because she eats off of this. You know, and then she's a gamer. Talked a little bit about Final Fantasy. You know, I got a couple of people who told me some very interesting stuff about the Final Fantasy game. Apparently, the story in the Final Fantasy game is epic. So it was a beautiful thing. She really dropped some jewels in that interview. So if you give a damn about the artist, you listen to my podcast. And if you want to know what books you should buy for yourself or the children in your family, you watch the videos. All right, that's my show in a nutshell. That's my gift to you guys. I do this because I love it. If you know any bread come through it, that's just extra. I'm doing this because I love this. You should tell by me stuttering and the energy that I love this stuff. And all of y'all that leave comments and stuff, thank you. There's a brother that keeps pushing. He keeps talking about the African comics that offered us subscription services for $3 a month. I hear you, brother. I've talked to the Comic Book Republic brothers and the the brothers begin with a K, whose names escape me. Hold on, put it right here in post-production. I've interviewed both those brothers. I haven't reached out to the Noir Caesar folks yet. And oh yeah, he mentioned something about the damn it. He mentioned something about the retcon book. Fam. So I'm going to be reviewing that shortly. All right. So I love you guys. Hope our dreams come true. These are small black businesses, and it's important that you support small black businesses. If enough of us do this, then that's going to help families not be destroyed by this COVID. And who knows, they may grow big enough where they can employ some of your nieces and nephews, okay? Get them off the street. All right? I love you guys. Hope your dreams come true. JonathanSoul.com, Jonathan Soul on Instagram and Twitter and Black Junction and all this other kind of shit that I can't remember right now because I had a long day at work. Love you guys. Peace.